It's like I'm in a dream. When I wake up, it's as if everything will come back, so I'm afraid. He told me that, "Doctor, it's as if there was a very large stone in my stomach. You removed this stone and transformed me into a newborn in just one day." And our patient who couldn't work before is now able to work double shifts a day, providing for his family once again. I am Professor Dr. Suat. I am a cardiovascular surgeon specialist. However, along with being a cardiovascular surgeon specialist, I mainly work as a physician specializing in venous diseases. Due to my area of interest, I am someone who focuses on vein surgery both in our country and internationally within the field of vascular surgery. I am a physician who specializes specifically in the treatment of both venous thrombosis and pelvic vein diseases, which are frequently observed in women, often considered a concealed condition among them. Due to my specialized work in this field, I hold numerous scientific representations and affiliations both in our country and in international associations. At the forefront of these, I am the General Secretary of the Turkish Phlebology Society, which is the association for venous diseases in our country. In addition to that, I serve as the representative of the European Society for Vascular Surgery in Turkey. I am a member of the Board of Directors responsible for education at the European College of Phlebology. Similarly, I am a member of the Scientific Committee of the International Union of Phlebology. I am the first person from Turkey to be elected consecutively for 2 terms to this position. In addition to all of this, I also serve as a member of the Scientific Committee representing Europe for the Inter-University Venous and Lymphatic Diseases Association. Due to my scientific contributions in this field, I regularly provide training sessions in both our country and various international centers related to these specialized areas, typically at least once or twice a month. I take great pride in both providing services in this field and representing such a specialized area in our country. As I mentioned earlier, due to my specific field of interest, deep vein diseases are indeed a significant issue related to venous diseases. This is not only a challenge in our country but also one of the major gaps in knowledge and treatment in both Europe and other countries. After receiving my training in this field from Professor Dr. Wittens at Maastricht University's European Venous Center, I returned to Turkey in 2017. And I initiated my work related to these treatments in Turkey. Until that time, there was no properly established treatment in this field in our country. I take great pride in having initiated these treatments in Turkey and leading the way in this field. Indeed, as I mentioned before, this field presents significant gaps not only in our country but also in numerous centers abroad. Especially chronic venous thrombosis, which involves the reopening and functional restoration of the major deep veins in the abdomen, leading to post-traumatic syndromes, is indeed a serious health issue. It is a disease that causes severe disabilities and results in both workforce loss and economic losses. These diseases can especially render patients unable to walk in advanced stages. Leg ulcers that develop in these conditions not only impose work disability but also lead to serious problems, including social isolation and chronic disease-related depression. The treatment of these diseases, when conducted under suitable conditions, can significantly improve the quality of life for individuals. It contributes significantly to individuals' ability to reintegrate into family life and society as productive members, enabling them to return to active participation in life. Therefore, I consider the provision of these services in our country to be a source of great pride. In addition, pelvic venous disorders, often referred to as pelvic diseases or the hidden illness among women, are a significant problem that frequently occurs in women who have given birth 2 or more times, resulting in substantial costs. Many of these patients go from doctor to doctor across various specialties without receiving a proper diagnosis, and they often end up feeling labeled or like they are left to their own devices without a clear understanding of their condition. In reality, these conditions are relatively easy to treat when they are properly recognized, diagnosed, and treated with the right approach. Patients can be freed from the burden of their condition with the right diagnosis and treatment. The treatments we provide for ovarian vein varicose veins related to pelvic diseases not only have a high added value in terms of healthcare but also contribute significantly to medical tourism both within our country and internationally. In this regard, being involved in these treatments is a source of pride for me. Currently, we do not have representations abroad. However, we are planning advertising campaigns, particularly in the United States, the Middle East, and Arab countries, as well as Western Europe, using videos that we will soon launch. I am aware of the support provided by our government in this field, and I am planning to establish representations in various countries for this purpose. Our organization has been in existence for approximately 2 years since its establishment. Since obtaining our health tourism certification, we have been in operation for about 6 months. Therefore, we have made our preparations and will soon put these plans into action. Especially in my field of expertise, I have extensive international connections. I have close relationships with many colleagues in virtually every country you can think of. That's why we are planning to establish these representations very quickly. Our work related to this is currently ongoing. I want to emphasize that pelvic venous disease, which is often referred to as a hidden illness among women, is one of the areas I particularly want to highlight. I would like to tell you why it is stated as a hidden illness of women. In these patients, apart from very severe menstrual periods, pelvic pain takes the 4F. Patients primarily consult with gynecologists regarding their pain. When gynecologists, specializing in women's reproductive health, do not find any issues with the patient's internal or external genital organs related to their pain, they typically refer the patients with the reassurance that there are no problems with their reproductive health. In such cases, urological conditions become prominent as another relevant field. They are also evaluated, and issues are found there as well. Subsequently, gastrointestinal disorders and physical therapy conditions come into play, and these patients end up visiting various doctors without receiving a diagnosis. Hence, this condition has been labeled as women's hidden illness because of the difficulty in diagnosing it, leading patients on a frustrating journey through multiple medical specialists. The underlying reason for all these issues outside of the mentioned organs is vascular problems in that area, particularly the development of venous varicosities. Since these varicose veins in that region give rise to the patient's complaints, this condition, which doesn't immediately come to mind, can lead to serious financial burdens and problems for patients. However, when it is recognized, considered, identified, and treated, it is a condition in which all complaints disappear rapidly. To emphasize my thoughts on health tourism in our country, I greatly respect and appreciate the efforts of our Ministry of Health, Ministry of Commerce, and Ministry of Culture and Tourism, especially in recent times. Their representation of our country's healthcare services on the international stage and their dedication to the services provided in this field are commendable. If we were to briefly summarize the current situation in this field, healthcare services in our country are predominantly focused on services such as bariatric surgery, plastic surgery, dental health services, and hair transplantation. However, one area I would like to emphasize in my field, both domestically and internationally, is the development of health tourism related to venous and vascular health. I believe that increasing promotional efforts in this field would contribute significantly. Because while this field may seem well established in our country, it has deficiencies not only domestically but also on an international scale. Proper promotion can bring our country to the forefront in this regard and generate a significant patient potential. I believe it is an area that can attract these patients to our country.
Certainly, one of the critical issues is that we face some deficiencies in the arrival of patients from abroad and their transfers within our country. Due to our location in Ankara and the limited availability of direct flights to Ankara, this can sometimes provide a reason for patients to choose Istanbul, which offers easier access, over Ankara. Therefore, we are delighted that the expansion of Esenboğa Airport is considered a significant investment for Ankara during this period. I believe that the recent change and improvements made to this airport, especially with the addition of direct flights to many countries, will make a significant contribution to health tourism. In addition to that, promoting the opening of healthcare office in Western European countries, the United States, or Middle Eastern countries with government support could also be beneficial for raising awareness about our country's healthcare services. I believe that increasing and enhancing promotional efforts related to our field could not only attract more patients in this area but also bring investments to the forefront. Of course, while all these efforts are being made, it is essential to maintain a robust oversight mechanism at all times. Obtaining a health tourism authorization certificate and rigorous monitoring of institutions providing these services with such health tourism certificates are indeed crucial. Because if a patient from abroad encounters any issues while receiving care here, it not only reflects poorly on the institution but also tarnishes our country's reputation. Preventing such incidents and maintaining a positive image can indeed be achieved through rigorous inspections and oversight measures. Therefore, not allowing unregistered and unregulated activities is crucial in emphasizing the seriousness of this field and enhancing the quality of healthcare services provided. When it comes to increasing the potential for health tourism in our country, it might not be entirely appropriate for me to make general comments outside of my expertise, but especially when considering deep vein surgery, I think. I participate in international meetings and provide training at least once or twice a month. In this field, I collaborate intensively with colleagues in my area international, providing training sessions and organizing informative meetings. What I've noticed is that one of the most important aspects is that we tend to see health tourism only as bringing in patients and treating them. However, one of the crucial aspects within the scope of health tourism is providing education in these matters. Due to the progress we have made in our country in this field, I regularly provide training to various companies, and we aim to enhance the professional knowledge and experience of foreign doctors brought in by these companies by providing training programs in Turkey. Actually, one of the significant areas is bringing together our colleagues who have the potential to provide education in this field with the support of our government. When doctors from various countries can be reached and provided with training, each of them becomes a voluntary ambassador for us in their respective countries. Bejause when I perform treatments related to my own specialty here, the vast majority of those patients are referrals from colleagues I have provided training to. Therefore, I believe that priority should be given to such training activities, and with government support, even if there are no congresses organized, short-term, specific training programs for certain specialties could be conducted. This why, increasing our presence within those countries and enhancing the presence of Turkish doctors in those countries would be crucial. In addition to this, there are countries, especially on stat perceived ve US competitors, such as the United Kingdom. Indeed, considering the point our country has reached in the field of healthcare, we have many colleagues with knowledge and experience that can compete with and even surpass many of our peers worldwide. Therefore, I believe that properly communicating these capabilities and connecting them with patients abroad, especially through accurate and informative advertising on social media, could make a significant contribution to our country's health tourism.